create something wildly different from one step to the next. There's no excuse not to get creative. Our prayers for a multi-track polyphonic sequencer have been answered. I mean, 3 is the magic number, isn't it? Hi, Jason here from Thomann Synthesizers with our top 5 for 2020. Now, as always, picking 5, just 5 from a year's worth of releases is always going to be tricky. It's not going to suit everybody, but this is ours. Honourable mentions will be made, and remember, you can always share yours in our comments below. We'd love to hear from you. So, kicking off from our friends at Elektron comes the Model Cycles. An all-digital groovebox. What a fab and fun portable powerhouse this is. 6 FM-derived parts with hands-on controls to help you sculpt sounds and a 64-step sequencer to drive those sounds. You get 6 tweakable machines inside, 4 of which are geared to percussive sounds, kick, snare, metal and percussion, 1 dedicated to tones and the last chords. Now this is a simplified synth engine, making it straightforward to create those hard-hitting and glassy FM sounds we all love. Each engine has slightly different controls to ensure you get there quick with plenty of room left to manipulate. You also get a global reverb and delay to cover your effects needs. This all makes it easy for you to start your creative journey and get your sounds ready for sequencing. And remember, this is Elektron, so you can create something wildly different from one step to the next. There's no excuse not to get creative. This is a really accessible way into the world of Elektron. What's not to love about this lap-friendly yet robust little box? And on to our second pick, the Behringer TD3. So this one's a bit different in that it's a clone of a bass synth originally released in 1982 by Roland. Yes, the TB303. So with the scarcity of the units and rising resale value, everybody started cloning it or gave you presets that approximated the sound. And so in late 2019, Behringer gave us the TD3 in silver, red and blue. SH101 anyone? And this year they followed that up with 2 rather special editions, one in black and the one we see now in acid yellow. And they sound ruddy marvellous. You get all the same quirks as the originals with some really helpful modifications too. You can program the sequencer via computer. You can randomly create patterns by holding 2 buttons together. And it has built-in distortion based on the Boss DS1. Personally, I like to fight with the rather awkward programming of the original. It definitely gives you that authentic TB303 flavour. Moog Subharmonicon. Moog describe it as an intensely creative semi-modular analog polyrhythmic sequencer. And as its name implies, this mighty little synth is all about subharmonic overtones and undertones, with the inclusion of a fantastic little polyrhythmic sequencer. All contained in the same high-quality 60 HP Eurorack format case as the Mother 32 and the DFAM. Now, understanding the harmonic series can seem a little technical in ways that perhaps we aren't very used to, but thankfully the manual does a great job of explaining it to us. However, without even looking at the manual, I had the best time on my couch noodling away with this powerful sonic sculptor. It sounds great, unmistakably Moog, but will take you to some really interesting places where no one has gone before. Be prepared for a late night, but when you hit the hay, you'll have a huge grin on your face. And on to our penultimate entry, the Arturia Keystep Pro. Now, I bought the Beat Step the moment it launched. It was what we were all waiting for, an inexpensive 16-step sequencer with CV and gate. The world was changed forever. Then they did it again with the Beat Step Pro, even more connectivity, a second sequencer track and a drum sequencer with trigger outputs. And then the Keystep, a polyphonic sequencer with keyboard. And now, as with the Beat Step, the Pro version. Our prayers for a multi-track polyphonic sequencer have been answered, and Arturia have done it again. 4 polyphonic channels of 64 steps sequencing, each with a secondary function. One has individual triggers out for drum sequencing, the other 3 have optional arpeggiator. This is one powerful and flexible sequencer which could easily help take you doorless and keep you going. I haven't had mine long, but I look forward to doing just that. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see on this channel. And finally, the last of our top 5 this year, and the only thing that isn't lap friendly. But before we move on, I'd like to give a few honourable mentions to things that have turned our head this year. The Korg Wave State, the Modal Argon 8, the ASM Hydrasynth, the UDO Super 6, the Dreadbox Typhon, Erica Synths DB01, and the Arturia Polybrute. In the opening page of the manual, Dave Smith himself proclaims this as their latest effort to make the world's greatest monosynth. And I think he's onto something here, although it really is much more than that. This synth really is all about the number 3. I mean, 3 is the magic number, isn't it? So, what do we get? 3 LFOs, 3 oscillators, 2 VCOs, 1 digital wavetable, 3 filter types including ladder and variable state, 3 envelopes, and you can play up to 3 notes paraphonically. There's also built-in effects, loads of options for modulation routing, CV connectivity, and a sequencer. But let's face it, the specs alone would be nothing without the sound, and this thing sounds incredible. It will take you from subtle to brutal, from rich to sumptuous, to soft and warm, all the way to clangtastic, harsh, chiming digital, thanks to the wavetable oscillator, number 3. Now, I was very lucky to be able to attend NAMM this year and was invited to a private room to meet with the gorgeous Dave Smith to view his new monosynth.
This is the Pro 3. Everybody knows we did the Pro 1.
And it might
Yeah,
fit in
maybe.
my studio really nicely.
I'm pretty sure it would, in more ways than one.
Right, so I've got my wallet with me. Who do I talk
Okay.
to about getting this done?
He actually stole my heart with this amazing instrument. Dave, you have done it again. This is my fourth sequential synth. Well, I hope you enjoyed our top 5. What would yours be? Please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, comment, share. And until the next time, stay well.